Am I a kid, or am I a squid?
Oh, got another
The
tangent.
question haunts my very existence. It's a question my elders and my fellow peers don't dare to attempt an answer. Because this question was never posed to have an answer, but instead to merely be pondered to the end of time.
You're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid.
I wonder if Inklings and Octolings have identity crises at some point. That's a weird and oddly daunting thing to open a video with, but after hearing "Are you a kid or squid" now about 50 times after making this video, it got me questioning. Am I a slug, or am I a slime? I think both. Say, I don't even know. Regardless, if you were a part of internet culture on the Wii U era, it's likely your first exposure to Splatoon was the infamous... Enough of that. We all know the Squid Kid ad. It was pretty popular when aired initially, or, well, memorable at least, and it definitely gave Splatoon some notoriety off the bat. As to if it was good notoriety, I'm not so sure. I think that ad pissed off more people than not, myself included. In fact, it's one of the reasons I never played Splatoon 1 as a kid. Then I never owned a Wii U, at least not until I made my minigame Splatoon video. Either way, this ad annoyed me as a kid, and considering I was one of those kids, that says a lot. But even then, I kinda love this ad. As obnoxious as this is, it's catchy and an undeniable earworm for better or for worse, and all this made Splatoon stick in the minds of Wii U owners. Probably why, even though the Wii U failed, Splatoon was still deemed a success. With how influential this initial ad was, it really surprised me that I hadn't really seen any other Splatoon ads. At least not really. I've seen a few snippets here and there, but that's about it. This, mixed with a fan suggestion to do so, made me want to take a dive into the world of Splatoon ads. At least a brief dive, in order to see if I could find anything better than that original Squid Kid ad that initially put the series into the limelight. Though this won't be a comprehensive list, and mostly what I deem the most notable, so mostly pre-launch and DLC trailers / ads. So no update trailers or region-specific ones, unless particularly noteworthy. We already kind of talked about the Squid Kid ad, and in a lot of circumstances we'll use this as a comparison point. But I am not saying that this is the best Splatoon ad. It's just a starting point. Splat the World is one of the few Splatoon ads besides Squid Kid that I'd seen prior to this video, being the first aired ad, at least on YouTube, and also being much more beloved when compared to the Squid Kid. Having an original song detailing the numerous mechanics of the game all sung to corresponding in-game footage, ending with the iconic Splatoon. This ad, in my humble opinion, is much better at both showing off the game in an interesting manner while still maintaining that hype, radical 90s to 80s energy and feel that the original advertising team was clearly aiming for, and doing so in a way that doesn't make me want to shove myself in a barrel and then get pushed off Niagara Falls, while filled with old MacBooks all trying to run Minecraft at the same time, aka a bomb. As the name suggests, this ad is a quick showcase of the single-player offerings in Splatoon 1, once again following a similar song styling to the last ad, this time of course singing about the potential adventures of the Splatoon campaign. While still very charming and fun, I don't particularly love this one. It feels very flat and the performance just sounds a bit disinterested. I think this is mostly because the music they use is a lot slower than that other trailer, and therefore if the singing is slower to match that, which overall brings the energy of the trailer down just a tad. Still super charming, as I said, and a fun way to tell people that this game isn't just online and has some single player options. I still love the Splatoon at the end though, it's just fun. As you may assume, this is an extended cut of one of the previous songs, being a beefed up rendition of Splat the World. This version so far is the best trailer in terms of both explaining the gameplay pretty thoroughly while still managing to be an entertaining ad, or trailer. If I was little and saw this ad on, I would be hyped as hell. That being said, as a sad jaded slug, I will say I may prefer the shorter version. I think this style of ad is just better suited for a quick 30-second earworm, not an almost 3-minute song explaining the entirety of the game's mechanics, though that's my only real complaint. It's just a little tedious is all. Still quite charming as always, and a very fun ad for a very fun and silly shooter. Splatoon TV Ink City TV commercial Wii U, Jesus. Splatoon Ink City TV commercial. Not too much to say about this commercial, just wanted to share this pretty cool visual of the cityscape getting inked, even if the Inklings here look just a little off, like they've seen something tragic. Seriously though, they're super uncanny looking here. The trailer that collectively broke all Splatoon fans' minds. Supposedly. I'll be honest, I'm a pretty late to the game Splatoon fan. I got a Switch because I tried Splatoon 2 at a video game store and really enjoyed it, but before that, I was always aware of it, but I didn't find it all too interesting. I guess I was too busy watching FNAF game theories to be bothered, so I don't really have any memories attached to this trailer. It wasn't a big announcement to me because I didn't even know the game existed until after it released. And after watching it in full, it's fine. But compared to the fun, stylistic, and radical ads from Splatoon 1, this one just feels super generic and kinda corporate. Look, I get it. This is an announcement trailer, and they just want to show off the upgraded graphics, some gameplay, and move on. But that doesn't mean it needed to be so nothing. A perfectly fine ad for a game that isn't Splatoon. but for a series with its unique flair and style literally being a core part of its branding, it's a tad lame. Okay, maybe that was a tad harsh. I don't have any nostalgia for this ad, that's all. I don't particularly have much to say about this one. Honestly, it might feel even more corporate than the last one. This trailer opens very similarly to the last, with a few shots of gameplay going along to the track Inkoming. Then it kind of just turns into a presentation of new and returning features, which is fine. This is a trailer after all. You'd expect as much. But that's not the problem. My gripe comes from how they do it. Instead of something fun like a catchy song that explains the game alongside some corresponding gameplay, we just get gameplay with some text. I know I'm asking for too much. However, those OG ads were just so much more exciting and stylistic that my expectations were just maybe a tad high. I know they were trying a different strategy with Splatoon 2 with their marketing, and that was marketing it like any other game, but still, it's just a tad disappointing. The first minute of this ad is just build up to reintroducing Marie with a new look. Then just a quick clip show of a bunch of random Splatoon 2 single player levels. This ad is serviceable at best, but not much else. Though, many people consider Splatoon 2's base single-player levels some of the more bland single-player outings in the series. So this trailer following suit feels appropriate, if anything. Thankfully, Octo Expansion eventually gave Splatoon 2 an amazing single-player mode. Not that the base one's bad or anything, it's just eh. I wanted to once again bring up the weird yet beautiful We Bear Bear Splatoon ad, which I originally brought up in my weird crossover video. I just can't believe this ad exists. Really feels like a Nick show should have done this first, considering, you know. But this ad is great, even if short and simple. To be honest, it's just nice to see another unique Splatoon ad after the past few. I wonder who'd win in a fight. 100 bears or one of every Splatoon agent. I mean, they beat one really big bear, so a bunch of normal-sized bears probably be easy. 100 bears is a lot, though. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. And while you're down there, you might as well do the YouTube thing and like and subscribe as well, huh? It's so shameless. I was going to look at the Salmon Run Direct trailer as well, but beyond the cool opening being set up like a training tape, it just switches over to a narrator for the rest of the trailer, and I didn't feel like that fit in with the rest of these, but I thought I'd at least bring it up. Now this is how you do an ad. Trailer, commercial. If we're done with the silly dramatized 80s energy of the early commercials and ads, then this is a great new direction to go. While this ad is mostly just Agent 8 walking in a line with appearances of characters showing up on beat to the music, it really works to sell the more dreary and off atmosphere Octo Expansion was going for. Plus, when they cut to gameplay, it somehow feels a lot more natural than its contemporaries and was able to keep my attention and actually made me want to revisit Octo Expansion a little. Also, I have some bias here, as I did see this when it was announced and was super hyped for both the DLC and playable Octolings. I love Octo Expansion. First off, we're not going to bother with the season ads and trailers since they're glorified update trailers, which I said we'd be avoiding unless something was noteworthy enough. And of course, there's plenty of noteworthy things in these update trailers, I'm not saying that. But since we're looking at the presentation of these trailers and not what's actually in them, showing off new weapons and such isn't noteworthy for this particular discussion. This was hype. At this point, I had completely stopped playing Splatoon 2. It just wasn't exciting for me anymore. So to see this was amazing. That being said, this trailer's boring. It's 3 minutes and we don't see anything till it's past the 2-minute mark. Look, I'm not one of those people that think you need to show only gameplay in your trailers, and what we got here was more than enough. I'm not annoyed that they didn't show more gameplay. I'm annoyed because they took their sweet time getting there. However, bias. Yeah, I like this trailer, if not only for the fact that it announced Splatoon 3 just at all, as the community was getting pretty desperate for any Splat 3 news at this time, so this was just really refreshing. I will never not miss those annoying but catchy songs the Splatoon ad passed. But if we're gonna go for these more streamlined trailers, then this is probably one of the better ones. It shows off a ton of multiplayer gameplay, then teases the single player mode in quite an artsy yet intriguing manner. Just an overall well made enough trailer. Finally, new Salmon Run content. Believe it or not, 90% of the time, I'm playing Salmon Run if I play Splatoon. So new content was a big win for me. Though, this trailer is really nothing noteworthy. It shows off some new enemies and that's about it. No fun transitions or stylistic choices, or there's not even any fun music. It's just the same annoying track for the entire trailer. That being said, the ending with the King Salmonoid was pretty good. This is literally just a Wii U trailer. I like the ink effects. The kids are annoying. This is the most corporate trailer so far. It's just gameplay with reviews and quotes overlaid onto them. There's nothing to talk about really. It's just a launch trailer. I'm not even going to bother complaining about it. They just launched a game. They can have a lazy day. I'm not going to bother talking about the expansion pass announcement trailer. Yeah, I probably could, but I don't want to. Mostly because we could just talk about the dedicated side order trailer instead. It was a transition, but whatever. Honestly, there's not that much to say about this trailer. However, it did give us enough of a sneak peek into how this DLC will work, alongside some new gameplay mechanics to keep the community from imploding, even if it might have felt like a little too little. Regardless, this DLC looks fun as hell, and the entire trailer is redeemed by the inclusion of DJ Deadfish. What the hell? I guess while I'm at it, I should probably look at some regional trailers real quick to cover my bases.
Stop it, you little rascals! Oh, you're making a terrible mess.
Maybe not. Jokes aside, the woman who did this ad is clearly having such a fun time. I kind of love these. That being said, I think we've looked through enough. I get the idea. It's pretty evident that those OG ads are going to stay just that. I guess the catchy songs made exclusively for an ad campaign probably just didn't seem like a worthwhile extra step. Especially since a lot of people didn't like those OG ads, mostly the Squid Kid one. But even then, those ads are still joked about to this day. They clearly worked. Maybe not as intended, but who cares, the game sold. I don't know. It just sucks to see we never got that same type of care. I know they were corny and over the top, but that was clearly the objective and I personally miss it. I'm aware it doesn't matter, and the brand is probably better off without it, but I'll never stop wondering if I'm a kid or if I'm a squid. I was calling the Splatoon ads corny. Look at me. Okay, with that out of the way, this video has gone on a lot longer than intended, so to shut myself up, I'll leave it there for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even if it was a little chaotic, but I guess that's all my videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I'm just joking, Callie. It was a joke. It was a joke.